What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with another addition to the collection. Want to share these cards that I picked up and talk a little bit about them. So the card we're showing off right now is a 2008 Topps Update Max Scherzer rookie card. Now, Max Scherzer is a guy who's gotten a lot of attention in recent years in this hobby. Scherzer's been a fantastic pitcher for years. He's been an all-star pitcher for years. He's won multiple Cy Youngs, and now after continued success, he's reached the point where people in the hobby and people around baseball consider him a guy who could potentially be a Hall of Famer. With that being said, and the rise of Topps Update cards, this card has certainly shot up in recent years. It's gained a lot of traction in the hobby. It's continued to rise. And I mean, Scherzer's had a brilliant career to this point. He's pitched 11 years, and through his age 33 season, he's got 159 wins, only 82 losses, so a really strong winning percentage, 3.22 career ERA, and amassed 2,449 strikeouts. He's won 3 Cy Youngs. He's been just absolutely brilliant, and his cards, therefore, have gained a lot of traction. This is a card that used to be cheap, PSA Mint 9 at this point. At this part of the year, you can acquire for probably like $26 to $40. It'll be going in that range. PSA 10 right now can vary anywhere from like 70 to 110. There's a lot of variation. There's a lot of deals to be had on auctions. It's something to look out for during this little window where the holidays are going on and a lot of focus in the hobby is on other sports. But during the course of the summer, PSA 10s were easily 100 to 110, and really a lot of them were going for 120 to 130. The Scherzer cards were red hot. So the question is the PSA 9 just fine? Well, a PSA 9 can be just fine. It depends on the person. You know, grading and slabbing and how you collect it's really a personal decision. If you're just looking to get a card slabbed, authenticated, you want to know it's mint, I think a PSA 9 is perfectly fine to add to your collection. But hey, everyone collects in a different way. Some people like cards slabbed. Many more people collect non-slabbed cards than collect slabbed cards overall, from top to bottom in this hobby. A lot of people prefer their cards placed in sets in a binder. Many love them in top loaders. Some people like magnetics. But you can certainly save a lot of money on a PSA Mint 9. From my perspective, I like PSA 10s. So it's hard for me to get a modern card that's not a PSA 10. Don't really mind the vintage stuff. So even though I got this PSA Mint 9 at a really good price, I did decide to upgrade to a PSA Gem Mint 10 because that's my personal preference. But everyone prefers something different. And to me, there's no problem having multiples of the same card in a collection. PSA 10 is going to certainly hold more value. That is the pristine rookie card that most people covet. People want their graded cards for modern cards to be that perfect 10. They want it for the registries. They want it just because they want the best of the best. But again, you can certainly save money on a 9. And the difference in these cards is really tough to see. There is a difference, for sure. As someone who gets a lot of cards graded, there's many times I send things in and figure it's most likely going to be a PSA 9. Or there's times where I take a chance and they do come back a 9 when I'm shooting for a 10. It could be something very minor. These modern cards, as long as they're centered, they're going to have a really good eye appeal. The one on the left, the 9, it's not going to show up on camera. It has really slight surface issues. It's got a few little foil print marks on it and a few other print marks up here that you're not going to see it. So if you're just happy getting the card slabbed, having it look nice, the PSA 9 is fine. But if you're looking for a card from that investor perspective, you're certainly way better off going with the 10, especially if you can get it at a good price. Like I said, Scherzer stuff has really taken off over the last few years, but during parts of the year you can grab him because we'll see. He certainly looks like he's on his way to being a future member of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Not there yet, but well on his way. If he has a few healthy seasons left in him, I think he can probably cement that. Again, I think the numbers for pitchers and even hitters in baseball are certainly changing. I think in the future, it's going to be all about quality versus over quantity. I think if you dominate your sport, if you dominate your position for a good length of time, and you amass really solid numbers, and you put up really good sabermetric stats, and you lead the league and stuff, and you win awards, I think that's going to go a much longer way. Would you rather a guy like Max Scherzer, who goes ahead and maybe ends up winning 240, but wins multiple Cy Young awards? Would you see him more of a Hall of Famer, as a Hall of Famer? Or some of the guys who just hang around for a long time, such as Bartolo Colon, Jamie Moyer back in the day, even a guy like Charlie Huff. These are guys who amassed nearly 300 wins, 250 wins, but they never really dominated the sport. They were just pretty good to, at times, really good for a long period of time. We'll see. And like I said, selecting the card you want is all about personal preference. If you're looking to get the best of quality, you go for that PSA 10. If you're looking to save some money and just amass a quantity of cards, PSA 9 can be just fine. Comment below, let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.